All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanks President of United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan for taking great care of 3.5 million Indian community in the country. Holds bilateral talks with President of UAE at Abu Dhabi yesterday. GST Council accepts interim report on rate rationalization submitted by group of ministers in the 47 meeting held in Chandigarh yesterday. Finance Minister to brief media today about deliberations of the meeting. Statistics Day 2022 to be celebrated today. This year's theme is Data for Sustainable Development. Centre advises 14 states reporting surge in COVID cases to step up vigil and strengthen proactive surveillance. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha flags off first batch of Sri Amarnath Ji pilgrims from base camp of Bhagwati Nagar, Jammu at the wee hours today. In Rajasthan, Section 144 imposed and internet services suspended across the state. In Maharashtra, Leader of the Opposition Devendra Fadnavis meets Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari and requests to direct Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to prove majority on the floor of the House. 22 people perished and 8 injured in lightning and rain-related incidents in different parts of Bihar. In badminton, India's Aegis Pranoy and the country's top men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty moved into the second round of Malaysia Open 2022 at Kuala Lumpur yesterday. And in cricket, India clinched T20 International Series 2-0 against Ireland by winning the second match by 4 runs at Dublin yesterday. As the nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events have been organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. Recalling yesterday's question, Sirish Kumar Mehta, who became a martyr, holding the tricolour at the age of just 15 years, hails from which place? The correct answer is Nandurbar in Maharashtra. AIR News got an overwhelming response from its listeners across the world, and the one lucky winner of the quiz is Prithviraj Purkaista from East Bongal Pokhuri, Jorhat in Assam.
Namaskar, my name is Prithviraj Purkayastha and I work with Assam Agricultural University here in Jorhat in Assam. I am also a wide listener of All India Radio as well since my childhood. Today I am feeling very happy for winning the 92nd edition of Amrit Mahotsav quiz and I thank AIR for this award. AIR news bulletins helped me very significantly during my preparation for many competitive exams and acquiring unbiased news and information. I think everyone who is in quest of knowledge must make it a habit to tune into All India Radio for success in their life. Thank you so much.
The next question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with the listeners on Monday, 4th of July. Celebrate 75 years of India's independence by participating in Amrit Mahotsav quiz with AIR News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked the United Arab Emirates President for taking care of 3.5 million Indian community, especially during the COVID pandemic. Prime Minister Modi conveyed this when he met President of United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan at Abu Dhabi yesterday. During the bilateral talks, both leaders reiterated their commitment to further deepen and diversify the India-UAE comprehensive strategic partnership. This was the first in-person meeting between the two leaders since August 2019 when Prime Minister visited Abu Dhabi. The main purpose of Prime Minister's visit was to convey his personal condolences on the passing away of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan last month. Mr. Modi conveyed his condolences to Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan as well as other royal family members. He also congratulated Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan on his election as the third president of the UAE and becoming the ruler of Abu Dhabi. During the virtual summit on the 18th of February, both countries signed the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, CEPA, which has since entered into force on the 1st of May. CEPA is expected to further boost trade and investment between both countries. Bilateral trade in 2021-22 was about $72 billion. UAE is India's third largest trade partner and second largest export destination. Prime Minister also invited Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan to visit India at an early date. After successfully concluding his visit to the United Arab Emirates and Germany, Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached Delhi last night.
The interim report on rate rationalization submitted by the group of ministers was accepted by the GST Council in the 47th meeting held in Chandigarh yesterday. Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the two-day meeting, which was attended by representatives of all states and union territories. The state governments have asked for continuation of GST compensation after 30th of June and are hopeful of a positive response on their request. The finance minister will brief the media today about the deliberations of the meeting. The centre has advised caution and continuous alertness to states reporting a surge in COVID cases during the past few days and to step up vigil against COVID. Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan reviewed the status of COVID situation through video conferencing with 14 such states that are reporting high number of cases on a week-to-week basis, along with increased case positivity combined with low numbers of COVID tests and below average COVID vaccination. Member Health Niti Aayog Dr. Vinod Paul was also present at the review meeting. Dr. Paul advised states that have been reporting spike in COVID cases to be watchful of the emerging pandemic situation. He stressed that the major action point is to focus on strengthening proactive surveillance as per the revised surveillance strategy issued by the Union Health Ministry on the 9th of June. Maharashtra has registered 3,482 new coronavirus patients. Capital Mumbai recorded the highest 1,210 patients in a day. According to the State Health Department, 5 patients lost their lives due to the infection. Kerala reported 4,459 fresh COVID-19 cases and 17 deaths yesterday. The total number of active cases in the state climbed to 27,991. In view of rising COVID cases, the Kerala government reinforced that wearing of mask is mandatory in public places, gatherings and workplaces.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the first batch of Sri Amarnath pilgrims left the Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu for Kashmir Valley this morning amid tight security arrangements. The first batch was formally flagged off by the J&K Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha amid the chanting of mantras after the special puja was performed at the base camp around 4:30 a.m. today. This year's 43-day-long annual pilgrimage to Sri Amarnath Cave Shrine in Kashmir Valley is commencing tomorrow from Pahalgam and Baltal in Kashmir Valley. There was huge enthusiasm among the Yatris considering the fact that due to COVID pandemic, Yatra was suspended for the last 2 years. Unprecedented security measures have been made for this year's Amarnath Yatra. The convoy of vehicles ferrying pilgrims from Jammu base camp to Srinagar were being escorted by the security personnel. Around 6 to 8 lakh pilgrims are expected to arrive on the pilgrimage and pay the obeisance to Lord Shiva at the Holy Cave Shrine. More from a Srinagar correspondent.
The 43-day-long Sri Amarnath pilgrimage, being held after a gap of 2 years, is commencing tomorrow with excellent and exemplary arrangements put in place by the Jammu and Kashmir government. The administration is committed to provide the best facilities for the Yatris. Improvements have been made in the arrangements as compared to previous years, while all the necessary facilities, including traffic management, healthcare, communication, water, have been put in place. A coordinated healthcare is being made available for the Yatris by Sri Amarnath Shrine Board, Health Department, security forces and various NGOs. To ensure safety of Yatris, RFIDs have been made compulsory in this year's Yatra to help in real-time monitoring of the pilgrims by tracking them en route to the Holy Cave Shrine. An online helicopter booking portal has been made available for the Yatris. For the first time, devotees can travel with ease directly from Srinagar to Panchatarni and complete the Holy Yatra in a single day. This is Sunil Kohl for AR News from Srinagar.
Indore, the cleanest city in the country, has now taken up the responsibility of conducting the garbage-free and clean Amarnath Yatra. The central government has given instructions to keep Amarnath Yatra free from single-use plastic and disposable items. The Rural Development Department of Jammu and Kashmir government has entrusted this responsibility to Indore startup Swaha Resource Management Private Limited. More from a Bhopal correspondent.
Around 1,000 tons of garbage is expected to be generated during the Amarnath Yatra. The organic manure packets made from this waste will be given as a free gift to the pilgrims. Swaha's co-founder Sameer Sharma told AIR that waste generated by all the base camps, langars and bhandaras will also be collected by volunteers.
गीले कचरे से हम पूरी तरीके से खाद बनाएंगे। श्रद्धालुओं को ही हम लोग एज ए गिफ्ट टोकन उनको देंगे। इसमें डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट ने ये कहा है कि आप भक्तों को एक सोविनियर के रूप में वो खाद का एक पैकेट भी दें। कपड़े के थैले बांटे जाएंगे। फिर सूखा कचरा जितना है उसको इकट्ठा करके उसको सेग्रीगेट किया जाएगा अलग अलग कैटेगरीज में। के बाद उनको रिसाइकलिंग सेंटर्स पे रिसाइकल करने के लिए भेज दिया जाएगा। तो इस तरीके से देखा जाएगा जो एक लगभग कई सारे टनों कचरे का भार जो पड़ने वाला था वो नहीं पड़ेगा।
Swaha's team of about 350 volunteers is working at 12 centers set up on the Yatra route. They will remain there till August 11. Swaha has also installed solar concentrators to make Amarnath Yatra smoke free. They will be used for heating water and cooking. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Rajasthan, a 4-member special investigation team SIT has been formed to investigate the brutal murder which took place in Udaipur. This team will work under supervision of Additional Director General of Police ATS Ashok Rathod. Meanwhile, the situation is reported to be tense in Udaipur city. Curfew has been imposed in 7 police station areas of the city. 2 ADG level officers, 30 RPS officers and 5 companies of RAC have been deployed to maintain law and order. Section 144 has been imposed and internet services suspended across the state. Chief Secretary Usha Sharma chaired a high-level meeting last evening and ordered to maintain law and order in the state. 2 accused of the murder have been arrested this evening from Rajsamand. Let's hear more on this report from our Jaipur correspondent.
Curfew has been imposed in Udaipur city from yesterday night. In view of the situation, 4 IPS officers, 30 RPS officers and 600 police personnel have been deployed there. Internet services have been suspended for next 24 hours and Section 144 have been imposed in the entire state. Leaves of police and administration officials have been cancelled till further orders. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, senior officials and religious leaders have appealed to maintain peace and harmony. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanks President of United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan for taking great care of 3.5 million Indian community in the country. Holds bilateral talks with President of UAE at Abu Dhabi yesterday. GST Council accepts interim report on rate rationalization submitted by a group of ministers in the 47th meeting held in Chandigarh yesterday. Finance Minister to brief media today about deliberations of the meeting. Statistics Day 2022 to be celebrated today. This year's theme is Data for Sustainable Development. Centre advises 14 states reporting surge in COVID cases to step up vigilance and strengthen proactive surveillance. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha flags off first batch of Sri Amarnath Ji pilgrims from base camp of Bhagwati Nagar, Jammu at the wee hours today. In Rajasthan, Section 144 imposed and internet services suspended across the state. In Maharashtra, leader of opposition Devendra Fadnavis meets Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari and requests to direct Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to prove majority on the floor of the House. 22 people perish and 8 injured in lightning and rain-related incidents in different parts of Bihar. In badminton, India's HS Pranoy and country's top men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty move into second round of Malaysia Open 2022 at Kuala Lumpur yesterday. And in cricket, India clinched T20 International Series 2-0 against Ireland, winning the second match by 4 runs at Dublin yesterday. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
क्या आप कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स की तैयारी कर रहे हैं? आपके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो लाया है प्रोग्राम अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जहां हमें आप प्रश्न भेजते हैं व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करते हैं abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे एक्सपर्ट देते हैं आपके प्रश्नों के उत्तर हर शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे। इस बार का विषय है आधुनिक इतिहास यानी कि मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री और आपके सवाल प्राप्त करने की अंतिम तारीख 29 जून। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back. You are listening to the morning news. In Maharashtra, a delegation led by leader of the opposition in the state legislative assembly, Devendra Fadnavis, met Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari last night. The delegation handed over a letter requesting him to direct Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to prove the majority on the floor of the House. More in this report from our Mumbai correspondent.
In a first such strategic move by the BJP after 9 days, former Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, accompanied by his party leaders, called on the governor late last night to apprise him about the current political turmoil in the state. The letter, which was sent to the governor through an email and was later handed to him physically, states that at present 39 MLAs of the Shiv Sena are out of the state, because of which the MVA government is in minority. Fadnavis asserted that these MLAs have continuously said that they do not want to work with the Congress NCP alliance partners in the Mahavikas Aghadi. The BJP leader said the governor should ask the Chief Minister to prove the majority on the floor of the House. In order to make the case strong, Fadnavis in the letter has also given reference of various past judgments of the Supreme Court. The state BJP has directed all the MLAs to arrive in Mumbai today. Now with the ball in the governor's court, it will be interesting to see when he calls for a special session of the state legislative assembly. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
The Enforcement Directorate has issued fresh summons to Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut, asking him to appear on July 1st for questioning in a money laundering case. It is linked to the redevelopment of a Mumbai chawl and other related financial transactions involving his wife and friends. Stating official commitments, Raut didn't appear before the ED yesterday. Instead, his lawyers had met Enforcement Directorate officials in Mumbai and sought 14 days' time for his appearance. However, the agency only gave him a relief till this month end.
In Maharashtra, the death toll in the building collapse at Kurla's Naik Nagar in Mumbai has risen to 19. The BMC said the injured people are being treated at the Rajawadi and Sion Hospital. The 4-story building collapsed on Monday night. As many as 13 people have sustained injuries in the incident. According to officials, the rescue operation is still underway. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed pain at the building collapse and announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund (PMNRF) would be given to the next of kin of the deceased. The injured would be given 50,000 rupees. President Ramnath Kovind has also expressed grief at the loss of lives in the Kurla building collapse in Mumbai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will participate in the Udyami Bharat program in New Delhi tomorrow. During the event, the Prime Minister will launch the Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance Scheme, capacity building of first-time MSME exporter scheme, and new features of the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, PMEGP. The Prime Minister will also digitally transfer assistance to beneficiaries of PMEGP for 2022-2023. He will announce results of MSME Idea Hackathon 2022 and distribute National MSME Awards.
And now let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation.
India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember revolutionary freedom fighter Rajendranath Lahiri, who was born on the 29th of June 1901 in the Pabna area of present-day Bangladesh. Lahiri took part in the famous Kakori conspiracy alongside Ashfaqullah Khan, Ram Prasad Bismil and Roshan Singh Thakur.
Lahiri is regarded as a symbol of the Indian revolutionary movement's transformation. During the 1920s, the revolutionary movement saw a change from anti-British nationalism to socialism in terms of ideology and a shift towards atheism in terms of religious beliefs.
Lahiri constantly challenged the social and traditional customs of the society, so much so that he discarded the sacred thread that was considered integral to Brahmins. He opined that social prejudices were stumbling blocks in the path of progress.
Revolutionary Sachindranath Sanyal while studying at the Banaras Hindu University. Seeing the fire, spirit and passion for freedom in Lahiri, Sanyal made him the editor of the magazine Bangavani and the coordinator and arms in charge for the Varanasi branch of the Anushilan Samiti. Under the inspiration of Sanyal, Lahiri became a member of the Hindustan Republican Association. On the 9th of August 1925, in what came to be known as the Kakori conspiracy case, Rajendranath Lahiri, along with Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan and Thakur Roshan Singh, looted a train carrying government money near Lucknow. Lahiri stopped the train by pulling the chain in a second-class compartment. Lahiri and the other revolutionaries dispersed to different places after the operation.
After the Kakori incident, Lahiri and 8 other revolutionaries were sent to a bomb factory in Dakshineshwar to learn bomb making. It is said that a loud explosion in the course of their work alerted the police and got them all arrested. In what came to be known as the Dakshineshwar bomb case, Lahiri, the mastermind, was awarded a 10-year sentence at the cellular jail at Andamans.
However, once the trial for the Kakori train robbery began, Lahiri was identified as a co-conspirator and was transferred from the cellular jail to the Lucknow Central Jail. Here, he was tried along with the other revolutionaries. On the 17th of December 1927, Lahiri was hanged in the Gonda district jail, Uttar Pradesh, 2 days before his specified execution date because the British authorities feared that the revolutionaries would attempt an escape.
हम न देखेंगे कल की बहारें तो क्या तुमको तो वो बहारें दिखा जाएंगे है वतन हमको तेरी कसम तेरी राहों में जा तक लुटा
Lahiri's hanging stands out not just in revolutionary history, but also in the history of capital punishment, as it was for the first time that a death sentence was carried out ahead of schedule. AIR News salutes the great revolutionary freedom fighter.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
India has assured the world community that it is committed to protect at least 30% of lands, water and oceans and adhere to its commitment of 13 to 30 by 2030. Delivering the India statement at the UN Ocean Conference at Lisbon, Indian Minister for Earth Sciences Dr. Jitendra Singh said, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, all efforts are going on to achieve the 13 to 30 target in a mission mode as per the COP resolutions.
As per the COP resolutions, India under Prime Minister Modi is putting in all efforts to protect at least 30% of our lands, our waters, our oceans, and thereby adhere to the commitment of 30 by 30 by the year 2030.
Statistics Day 2022 will be celebrated today. This year's theme is Data for Sustainable Development. The UN government has been celebrating Statistics Day on the 29th of June every year since 2007 to mark the birth anniversary of late Professor Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis in recognition of his valuable contribution in the field of economic planning and statistics.
Every year, Statistics Day is celebrated with a theme of contemporary national importance. This year, the main event is being organized through physical cum virtual mode. On this occasion, the Statistics and Program Implementation Ministry also recognizes the outstanding contribution through high-quality research in the field of applied and theoretical statistics. This year, the winners of Professor P.C. Mahalanobis National Award in Official Statistics 2022 and Professor P.V. Sukhatme National Award for Lifetime Contribution in the Field of Statistics 2022 will be announced during the event. The winners of On-the-Spot Essay Writing Competition 2022 for postgraduate students on the theme of Statistics Day will also be felicitated. Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
In Bihar, 22 people died and 8 people injured in lightning and rain-related incidents in different parts of the state. Most of the dead were farmers who were on the fields when the tragedy struck.
In badminton, ace Indian shuttler Aegis Prannoy and the country's top men's doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty moved into the second round of the Malaysia Open 2022 at the Axiata Arena, Kuala Lumpur yesterday. In cricket, Hardik Pandya led India won the second T20 International against Ireland by 4 runs to seal the series 2-0 at the Village, Dublin yesterday. Batting first, India scored 225 for 7 in the stipulated 20 overs.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Akash's The Limit for Jio leads the Financial Express. The paper informs that Mukesh Ambani steps down, son Akash Ambani to be chairman. Pre-packaged foods under GST 12% tax on hotels with tariff up to Rs 1,000 informs the Indian Express. Total single-use plastic ban from 1st of July, reports the Asian Age, adding national state-level control rooms to be set up. Interstate border checkpoints soon. The Pioneer, citing a study, writes 87% Indians trust social media posts. Cooling load pushes power demand to new record high in the national capital, reports Hindustan Times. And finally, postman covers 32 kilometers daily in Lahore, gets Meghdut Award. Well, listeners, the Tribune reports about Premlal, who covers 32 kilometers daily to deliver mail to people in the far reaches of Lahore. He bagged the prestigious award for the Department of Posts.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanks President of United Arab Emirates Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan for taking great care of 3.5 million Indian community in the country, holds bilateral talks with President of UAE at Abu Dhabi yesterday. GST Council accepts interim report on rate rationalization submitted by group of ministers in the 47th meeting held in Chandigarh yesterday. Finance Minister to brief media today about deliberations of the meeting. Statistics Day 2022 to be celebrated today. This year's theme is Data for Sustainable Development. Centre advises 14 states reporting surge in COVID cases to step up vigil and strengthen proactive surveillance. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha flags off first batch of Sri Amarnath Ji pilgrims from base camp of Bhagwati Nagar, Jammu at Vias today. In Rajasthan, Section 144 imposed and internet services suspended across the state. In Maharashtra, leader of the opposition Devendra Fadnavis meets Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari and requests to direct Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to prove majority on the floor of the House. And in cricket, India clinched T20 International Series 2-0 against Ireland by winning the second match by 4 runs at Dublin yesterday. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.